Hey everyone, and welcome! Are you ready to play a little game? It's the American versus British English Challenge. We're going to have some fun and see just how well you know the differences.
So how does it work? It's super simple. I'm going to say a sentence. All you have to do is guess if I'm using American or British English. Then we'll check the answer together. Sound good? Let's jump right in.
All right, let's kick things off with round one, pronunciation. For this round, you need to listen really carefully to how I say the words.
Okay, here's the first one. Many adults read the news on Tuesday. What do you think? Go ahead and lock in your guess. Was that American or was that British?
And the answer is British English. Did you hear it? The big clues were how I put the stress on adults and that little y sound in Tuesday.
Let's try another one. Listen closely. I saw an advertisement for a fast car. Okay, what's your gut feeling on that one? American or British?
That was definitely American English. The giveaway was the stress on advertisement. And of course, that really strong R sound in car.
Ready for one more pronunciation puzzle? Here it is. I need better water. All right, what are you hearing this time?
And the answer is American English. This is a great one. In the US, that T sound in the middle of words like better and water often softens and sounds a lot more like a D. That's a classic American sound.
Great job on that round. Now, let's move on to round two. This time, we're not listening for pronunciation. We're listening for different words. It's all about vocabulary.
Okay, listen to this request. Could you get some biscuits and crisps, please? Do you know what those words mean? That's the big clue.
If you guessed British English, you are correct. In America, you'd be asking for cookies and potato chips, two very different words for some very tasty snacks.
Here we go. Next one. I have to take the rubbish to the lift. What do you think? American or British? Yep, that's British English again. An American would say they're taking out the trash or the garbage, and they would take the elevator, not the lift.
All right, let's hear this one.
I'm going to the grocery store to buy zucchini. Okay, American or British? What's the final verdict for this round?
You got it. That's American English. In Britain, you'd probably be going to a supermarket to buy some courgettes. Same vegetable, totally different name.
You are doing a fantastic job. Now let's get into round three, grammar. This can be a little tricky, so pay close attention to how the sentences are built.
Let's start with a simple question. Have you got a pen? Now listen carefully to how that question starts. That's your clue.
That is classic British English. Using have you got is super common in the UK, whereas most Americans would usually ask, do you have?
Okay, here's sentence number 2 for this round. I think I have gotten taller this year. There's one very special word in there that should give it away.
And the answer is American English. That word gotten is a huge clue. It's used all the time in America, but in British English, you would just say I have got taller.
Last one for the grammar round. Listen up. I've just finished my tea. I'll post the letter now. I'll give you a hint. There are 2 clues in that one. That was British English. Did you catch the clues? First, using I have just finished. That's the present perfect tense. And second, the word post instead of mail. An American would be more likely to say, I just finished and I'll mail the letter.
Okay, this is it. The moment we've all been waiting for. The final round, mixed bag. Now you have to use everything you've learned, pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammar. Good luck. First up in the final round. Where are my sneakers? I left them in my pants. What exactly are sneakers, and where are the pants? The answer depends on where you are.
That's right, it's American English. In Britain, you'd be looking for your trainers, and they would be in your trousers. Be careful with that word pants in the UK. Here we go. Number 11. Did you see that big truck? Let's go on vacation. Listen for those 2 key words. They're a dead giveaway. You've got it. That is American English. A British person would have seen a lorry, and they'd be excited to go on holiday.
All right, this is it. The very last question of the challenge. Here we go. My new football trainers are in my trousers. What do you think for the final point?
And the final answer is British English.
Remember, in the UK, football is the game most Americans call soccer, and the things you wear on your legs are trousers, not pants. You did a great job on that last one.
And that's a wrap on our challenge. We went through 12 questions in total. So go ahead and count them up. How many did you get right? I really hope you had fun and maybe learned a thing or two.
So, what's the big takeaway here? You know, a lot of the time, the differences are pretty small. It might be a single word like gotten, or just the way you ask a question. But paying attention to those little clues is the real key to telling American and British English apart.
You all did an absolutely amazing job today. So, I have one last question for you. Which new word was your favorite? Was it courgette, or maybe sneakers, or even lorry? Give it some thought. Thanks so much for playing, and we'll see you next time.